When I was first diagnosed, I didn't even know what lupus was. I had never heard of it. On one hand, there was relief to finally know that I wasn't crazy or I wasn't making up these symptoms. But then on the other hand, to be told at 18 that you've got something that there's no cure for, it's scary.
I was a sophomore or junior in high school. I was running different events, cross country, I was doing high jump and pole vaulting. I was actually going into the Marines. I had contracted in already, but then I had found out I got lupus and I couldn't continue further onto the career. I had to totally switch plans. It caused me to miss actual school and ended up having to get my GED instead of diploma.
I'm young still, so I want to still enjoy things. I still want to take trips and be with my grandkids, but I'm tired a lot, my body aches, so it really just changes my ability to spend time with my grandkids and with my family when I want to, because I have to, I still work a full-time job, so I can't do as much as I used to do. So I have to just put limits on myself and just remind myself that, hey, I may be mentally thinking that I can do something, but my body's going to tell me otherwise.
The greatest challenge of living with lupus is realizing you're not like everybody else, that bad days come, and when they come, when flares come, it kind of stops you in your tracks, and you have to be okay with that. And as somebody who works and goes to school and has 2 kids, to get up in the morning and to see my butterfly rash, or to just with the fatigue or the symptoms, and to know a storm is coming and I've got to get to the doctor, or I've got to do this and that, that's the last thing I have time to do, that's probably the biggest challenge.
Everybody knows high school students can be cruel. They made jokes about the rash and stuff. It started up just here. I had a shaved head because of ROTC, so it was very noticeable. Dealing with the memory loss, if you've read The Flowers for Algernon, you would know he was a stupid man to begin with. He became smart, and then watching stuff lose his memory and stuff. I'm watching my memory lose as I've had a great memory.
What is everybody's greatest fear? I have a disease that, while I am so in a better place than many people, and I'm grateful for where I am managing my disease, but it's something that takes people way too soon.
My greatest fear is dying young because, everybody wants a family of some sort. If I had kids in the future or something like that, I'm afraid I'm going to leave them behind too early, not see their graduation, wedding, whatever. It worries me that at some point soon I may be even considered middle-aged for myself. I've hardly lived already, it could be halfway done.
I'm a mom. I have an 11-year-old and I have a 14-year-old, and just the possibility that either I'm going to get so sick I can't participate in life the way I do now, or that this disease that doesn't have a cure will one day take me, to be completely honest. Oh, the Georgia chapter is godsend. They not only, to back up to when I was diagnosed and didn't even know what lupus was, now I drive down the road and there's a billboard with a symposium or the walk. That was something that was never around when I was diagnosed. Any doctor's office you go in and there are handouts, and there's the number where patients can call and get information.
The Georgia chapter has helped those living with lupus because it provides resources, the support group meetings, and it's just a place that anyone can go to get that information that they need. Being diagnosed in Columbus, there wasn't anything going on in Columbus, so the Georgia chapter was very helpful to me with getting that information and to being able to grow my knowledge about lupus and ways to handle my day-to-day life.
My dad had reached out to the chapter. I had no knowing of it until it was confirmed. It'd been well over a year since I'd gotten any treatment at all before he had contacted you guys. He told me there was something in the works of helping. He didn't tell me what it was or anything until it was confirmed. And then I found out you guys were going to give me a grant to help me see my physicians and help me get my insurance, which was a tremendous help. And I'd be stacked back thousands for emergency room visits because I have no other option but to go to the emergency room whenever I have a problem. I don't think I'd be as healthy as I am right now if it wasn't for the help of y'all.
Lupus needs a cure. That's what I want to find. That's why I'm here. I believe that it's something that I could see in my lifetime.
We just gotta hope we can find something that can help find a cure or at least manageable treatment for the majority of people.
Quicker diagnosis. It's a disease that there's not one little test that can be done. I'd love to see more drug options that aren't so toxic and, damaging to organs to be an option for people with lupus.
In the future, I would like to see a cure for lupus.
I want to see a world without it.